Today I'm going to show you how to make lasagna, but not regular lasagna, lasagna alla bolognese. And this recipe definitely requires a little bit of time, but it's so worth it because if you prepare this for your family or guests, they're going to love it, they're going to ask you for the recipe, they're going to go crazy for it because most people have never tasted lasagna prepared this way. So I'm going to show you how to do it. You can prepare it at home. I went ahead and prepared my bolognese sauce, and I'll link it at the end of the video so you can make it. And I prepared that this morning, just so I had that ready. As far as ingredients, I guess, we'll go through the ingredients. First, this little area right here, we're gonna make our own Besciamella sauce. So we have milk, butter, flour, salt, pepper, and nutmeg. So we're gonna create the Besciamella cream there. And then cheeses, we have a little bit of mozzarella and some Parmigiano. And then we have fresh pasta sheets. The first thing we're gonna do is prepare the Besciamella sauce. So it's really easy to actually put together, and if you follow this recipe, you could use it for during the week, you could, or just anytime, you could make a nice cream on the fly with just some milk and butter and flour. So I'll show you that. We'll get this pan on. We got the pan on hot, but I wanna go through the measurements because you could scale it up or down for whatever you need. So right here I have 50 grams of butter and I have 50 grams of flour. So it's equal parts butter and flour. And then I have 500 grams of milk. So it's 10 times the amount of milk. So 50 grams of butter, 50 grams of flour, and then 500 grams of milk. All right, so if you want to scale this up, you could do 100 grams of butter, 100 grams of flour, and 1,000 grams of milk. All right, and you can make double this, but this is the exact amount I need to make my tray. So we're gonna throw in the butter. So we're gonna let the butter melt a little bit. We're gonna put this pan on low. So the butter's fully melted. We're gonna add in the flour. We're gonna whisk it. You don't want the pan on too hot here. You don't want to burn this. Just gonna mix this up. All right, that looks pretty good. Now we're gonna add in the milk. Now we got the pan on low, and I just added in kind of like room temperature milk. So we're just gonna mix, and eventually it'll start thickening up and you'll know when it's ready. All right, so I've been stirring for about 5 minutes. You could see it's starting to thicken up. I'm gonna season this up now with a little salt, a little pepper, and a dash of nutmeg. Stir this up. All right, so this looks pretty good. Check it out. You can see it's pretty thick. And as it sits, it's gonna get even thicker. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set this aside. I'll turn this off and we'll start putting it together. All right, so since I'm using fresh pasta, I'm gonna cook the pasta as I go along. So I got pasta, I got a pot of water on, the bechamel. Don't get nervous if it gets clumpy. You could just kind of bring it back to life, just like this. We got a nice tray. We've got our cheese, our sauce, and yeah, so now we're ready to put it together. And if you don't have fresh pasta, you could use regular lasagna pasta. So we're gonna let this cook. It only takes a minute or two. We'll get our first bottom layer down. So we're just gonna put sauce on the bottom layer. We'll spread it out. Nice even layer. All right, so these sheets look good. Put them in here. Just kind of spread it out a little bit. That in there. All right, we'll get some more pasta going. All right, so now we'll start building our layers in here. We'll start with a layer of sauce. All right, that looks pretty good. Now we're gonna put a little bit of mozzarella and some Parmigiano. You don't have to go crazy. We're gonna have a lot of layers. Just give it a little flavor. All right, and the bechamel. Like little dollops of it. It's gonna make the really creamy. All right, so that's it. So that's our first layer. Now we're just gonna repeat until we get to the top. All right. These sheets fit perfectly in this tray too. All right, so next layer, Ragù. And you could really see the flavor just in the sauce. I highly recommend it. Even if you don't want to make lasagna, just make it. Because this doesn't really like taste like your regular average lasagna where it's just cheese, ricotta, basil. Like this has a totally different flavor. So definitely want to try it. Just kind of lay that in there. Dollops. And then you could kind of like, right now it looks like a mess, but once we get to like the top layer, we can make it look nice and straight, and we're just repeat. But yeah, we're just repeating. The only difference is the top layer, which we're gonna do a little different, so. And the pasta will expand as it cooks more in the oven. If you're looking at this video right now, you could see like there's gaps on the sides, but as it cooks in the oven, it'll expand and fill the whole tray. So we reached the top layer. We're almost out of everything. So we're gonna put the sauce, then the bechamel, and the Parmigiano. No mozzarella on the top layer. And this looks good. Now we're gonna finish off the Besciamella. Get that all in there. Don't want to leave any waste. All right, that's it. And for the final touch, some Parmigiano. All right, so we made the exact perfect amount of Besciamella, Ragù. We're to the top of this tray. I could link the size of this tray in the description. It's from IKEA. They only make like one. So if you go online, it's the IKEA glass tray. So we're gonna cover this with aluminum. We're gonna bake it for 30 minutes. Then we're gonna uncover it, bake it for 15 minutes uncovered, and then 5 minutes broiled. All right, so I'm gonna cover this with aluminum. We'll bake it, and then I'll show you what it looks like 30 minutes later. All right, so it's been 30 minutes. You could see that the pasta expanded. Really, the inside is nice and cooked since we had it covered. So now we're gonna uncover it and we're gonna bake it for another 15 minutes. All right, so 15 minutes has passed. Let's check it out. It's pretty much like fully cooked. It's good to go. The only thing is the top needs a little more color. So now we're gonna pop it back in and just put it on broil just to get the top nice and crispy. All right, so this is it. Came out perfect. It's nice and nice color on top. Now you probably wanna dig into it, but now we have to let it sit and set. So if we cut into it right now while it's so hot, it's just gonna kind of fall apart. So we'll let it set for like 10-15 minutes and then I'll cut a slice. All right, so we let this cool off. It's still hot, but it's cool enough so that we can cut into it. We're gonna cut a nice piece. All right, check it out, see if it's sticking. We're good. Get in there. That. Wow. It's perfect. It's so good. You definitely have to try this recipe. It came out perfect. I know I say perfect all the time, but this one, it's really perfect. It's rich, it's creamy. I mean, it's so good. And it's really different from, you know, your average lasagna. This has a completely different taste, different flavor. It's so good. So definitely try this recipe, and if you do, you're gonna need a Bolognese ragu. So that video is linked right here. And if you try it, let me know how you like it in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe.